Alright, what's up guys? My name is Edward Air and I grew my agency from 0 to 100K in 5 months in 2023, and on this channel, I teach you to do the same fucking thing. Now, we've been talking about outer world a lot and kind of the systems to put into place to actually get clients, acquire clients, etc. What we haven't talked about yet is closing and sales calls, and this is my favorite part of the whole business. I love sales. I have no formal training in it. I read one book, which was The Way of the Wolf by Jordan Belfort, and then I did my first sales call for RebelFit.io in 2021, and I closed. So auspicious start. And same with Boom Boom Creatives. First call was my first close on both these agencies. Now, for whatever reason, I happen to be good at closing, so I will teach that. It is a learnable skill, 100%. But just for now, before I get into videos, teach you how to close and all this sort of stuff, I do recommend that book. It's about the straight line system. Basically, in a nutshell, it says just don't bullshit and go directly from the start to the end and take people to the end and then ask for money. Right? That's basically it. What I want to show you is me doing that. So I'm going to put up a sales call that I had with one guy who we have to blur out the face, the name, his website, all this sort of stuff, unfortunately, because now it's going to be in the public domain on YouTube, but you'll be able to still get the gist of things. Okay, you'll be able to understand what I do, you'll be able to see it, and I'll put a few more of these sales calls up publicly on YouTube, and privately inside my coaching, I'll put all of them up, because I have hundreds and hundreds recorded. I have hundreds of sales calls from RebelFit.io, and I have a couple hundred from Boom Boom Creatives, okay? Now, this one, we closed a deal worth, was it $30,000? It was a 4-month deal, 7.5K monthly retainer, paid deposit on the call. So one thing I will tell you guys right now before I get into anything else, if they don't pay on the call, they're gonna fuck off. They're never gonna come back, all right? So get a deposit. Doesn't matter if it's tiny. Like if it's a $50 deposit, doesn't matter. Get the fucking credit card on the call, okay? Take that first payment. I think on this one, when was it? It was in July or something. June. Okay, so this was from June. It's an hour and a half, all right? So the closes for Boom Boom do take time because I really go in depth and make sure these people know that we know what we're doing, all right? And this deal again was for 4 months, $7,500 a month, plus 15% of all revenue we break. So we get them 100K from our ads, they have to pay us out of $15,000 per month. That's a great fucking deal. Other agencies do stupid shit like a percentage of ad spend, which is a much smaller number than a percentage of revenue, right? Which is why I say do a percent of revenue. And the people on the other end, they don't know what the standard is, right? So if you've been watching other gurus and other channels on YouTube and they're like, oh yeah, do whatever, so monthly retainer, do a percentage of ad spend, right? And you just think like that's all you know, that you can take a percentage of ad spend. Like, no, you can take a percentage of fucking revenue. Not even profits, revenue, right? Some of these deals, when people sign them and we take 15% of revenue, their profit margins end up under 5%. And they end up, okay, like after the contract's over, then they like, okay, we want this on our own, right? But they want the work done because when we give them the assets that we actually do deliver, so ad creatives, new email flows, new email campaigns, new website, optimized for conversion optimization, checkout flows, all sorts of stuff that we do, right? They own all those assets. So in the 4 months that they're working with us, they can actually afford to pay us 15% of revenue because after the contract ends, they can either continue, right? We keep working with them, or they go off on their own, which is great, and they get all that money. But the money comes from all the work that we did, which is why it's fair, more than fair, to ask for 15% of revenue that we bring in, right? So again, if the store's doing 100K on their own, and we get to 150K, we get 15% of 50,000. So it's under 7.5. So one client is bringing us $15,000 a month, okay? That's why the numbers are actually so big, and we got so high quickly. But yeah, that's a quick intro of this video. Take a look. I haven't watched it, so I don't remember what's in it, but you'll see, and I'll post a couple more. But again, for the full unedited version, it's gonna be inside the coaching. And also what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start posting full uncut YouTubes on a different platform, and it'll be a subscription-based platform. It'll be something small, 50 bucks a month, 30 bucks a month, all right? So if you guys wanna see the YouTube videos that I record full, raw, unedited footage, right, they'll all be there. So that's not anything to look forward to. Anyway, yeah, take a look, enjoy the call. Hopefully this helps. So again, this is a 4-month deal, $7,500 per month, plus 15% of revenue. So imagine we get them to $100,000 revenue, right? That's 15 in commission, plus 7.5 in retainer from one client. All right, cheers. One sec, let me switch to headphones just so I can hear you better.
Sure.
Okay. All right. Cool. Now, just remind me, how did we get in touch with you? Was it through email or was it through Instagram?
If it was through Instagram, you guys have
Instagram.
messaged
Okay.
me for like several months. I primarily advertise through Facebook and Instagram
Yep.
and a little bit of what's the new one we've been doing? I mean, I do a little bit of everything, but mostly it's I've got Google too. But
Okay.
TikTok's something I did. I set up the Pixel and I set it up like a few years ago. I want to say like 2 years ago,
Yep.
and it was all right at the time. I just didn't really pursue it or focus on it. But it's something I've definitely wanted to do for a long period of time.
What's
So
that?
yeah,
What did you want to do for a long period of time?
try to advertise successfully on
Oh,
it.
I'm sorry. On what platform?
TikTok.
Oh, TikTok especially. Okay. Okay. Perfect, man. Let me one sec. Let me just close everything up so it's not making us lag, and then we'll get started. Okay. Close. 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 Okay. Good to go. All right. So let me tell you how the call is going to go, so you know what to expect, and so we're all on the same page. Just before I start, have you ever worked with an agency before? Have you ever done this before? Is this your first kind of call with somebody? First time?
Never done it before.
Okay, okay, perfect. So let me just explain really the structure of the call, and then we'll dive in, all right? So from my side, it's literally this. I got to talk to you about your brand, your metrics, your numbers to know if you qualify. I don't want to say to work with us, that sounds so pretentious. But if you have the numbers that we can make things very profitable for you, okay?
No, I understand that totally.
Because that's in the first 5-10 minutes, okay?
Right.
And it's about your margins, about your ad spend, it's about all sorts of stuff, and we'll go into that, okay? After that, assuming you're good, and from your application, I suspect you're good, I'll explain everything that we do just to see if we're in alignment to grow and scale your brand to the next level. Okay?
Okay.
My thing is really, I love building businesses and I love growing brands, and this is how all of this really got started for me. Okay? Quick background just so you know about me. I was writing books for a decade, from 21 to 28 years old, and then I just fucked it off because I got bored, I think. But I had bestsellers on Amazon. Like I have like 40 different books, and I'm telling you because you do books too, right? Under different pen names. So I was writing like fantasy, I was writing like teen romance, I was writing dark romance, like all types of stuff.
Okay.
So that was my original kind of business experience. Before that, I went to, and this isn't to brag, okay? But I did 2 years at Harvard, and then I left because I was excited about getting in, and it was like the worst place in the world. So left, started businesses, writing took off, started writing books, running a publishing company for 10 years. Got bored of it, started traveling Europe. In 2020, when COVID hit, I started a high-ticket fitness company, and that still runs to this day. I just check in like once a month what the team's doing. Rebelfit.io, and there's like $5,000 fitness packages. And then last year, I got all into e-com because I was doing media buying, which is what we'll be doing for you, since 2017 for my books, okay, successfully. For the high-ticket fitness as well, I was doing media buying for that successfully, okay? On the flip side, I've worked with 5 agencies as a client. Every single time, it was the same horrible experience. They promise the moon, okay? Then they take my retainer, they take the ad spend, and no results, all right?
Right.
3 times with books, 2 times with fitness, all right? What ended up happening is not for both of them, because books are just forgot about, but fitness now, I train someone, and then they train the next people, and then they do everything for me, right? So last year, I really got into e-com because it was the only business thing I didn't really have direct experience in. It was my only missing kind of knowledge piece, okay? And I progressed super, super fast in that field because I paid a lot of money for a mentor, all right? And I'll show you his story afterwards because like this is relevant to what we'll do for you. But $20,000 to get mentored. And then my knowledge just catapulted right to the top. And that's how we started the agency. First clients were through referrals, then cold email. Now we're doing outreach like this. So that's my quick background, okay? Now, for the call, it's literally like this. I'll explain, hold on, froze? No, okay. I'll explain everything to you, okay, how we do things, and you'll understand all, okay? The only thing I ask in return for that is if at the end of the call, because you have all the information, if you can give me a yes, I want to work with you, let's do this, let's get started, or a no, you know, like, oh, appreciate your time, but just not for me. Because,
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yep.
Okay, and then if it's a yes, what happens is I take some initial refundable deposit just to show it's like act of good faith on your side. Contract gets drafted from that. I send you the contract, you read through it, you sign, I sign, and we get going right away. Okay?
Okay.
Awesome. So first, I got to know about your business. So what's your trailing 6 months monthly average revenue?
So I got to give you a little background on that.
Yep.
This business I've been doing it for 5 or 6 years now. We have had it blew up in 2020.
Okay.
To the point where I did at the end of the year I did 2.7 million in revenue.
Nice.
Then I did 1.7 in 2021. Last year I about went out of business. And this year it's just horrendous. A lot of that has to do with inflation, though. It has not so much. Basically, I built a really nice business model that was very successful in 2018, 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
And then inflation came. It kind of just threw my business model into a wood chipper.
Okay.
Now,
Can you explain that more so I understand that? That's very important.
so
Explain
so
everything. Explain everything. I got
In terms
tons
of
of time.
margins, because it's children's books, my margins are lower. And because we do it in bulk, they're not like massive margins. But I want there's the business itself is scalable, so I achieve better and better margins the more we make.
Really?
That makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's something very unique. Because usually you scale, you get inefficiencies in place, and margins go down. That's really cool.
Right.
Okay, wait.
Right.
Before you explain all that, just very quickly, what's your average order value right now, and what's your cost of goods for that?
Okay, so with everything I just told you in mind,
Yeah.
I made a lot of changes in the last 3 months to try and revamp this business.
Okay.
model.
Okay.
So
So just right now, so I have those numbers because that's very important to know if we can do this or not. So we don't.
in the past, it was the average order value was 70. In the last 3 months, it's a little over 100. That's one of the major changes I've made.
Okay. And what's the cost of goods? COGS. Cost of goods sold. Served.
The COGS is usually I break it down as a percentage of essentially we'll look at it for every dollar I spend.
Okay. So what's the percentage?
For inventory, it's not much. It's like let me work this backwards.
Yeah.
Shipping is 25% of everything I make is shipping. Okay. Cost of labor is. Give me 1 sec. Let me do the math.
Well, it's easy math because it's $100. So we're doing $100 average order value. So the percentage is the cost. Okay, $25 shipping.
25 shipping. Labor, I would say, is anywhere from let's say it's 15.
Okay.
Advertising in the past, which is not right.
Not including advertising. Not including advertising.
Okay.
Yep.
What else? What other costs are there then? Inventory costs.
Yeah, what's it actually cost you?
Inventory is roughly 15, I would say.
Okay.
Then I've got what, overhead? You could say overhead is, I don't know, 12 maybe. It's the
What's overhead including you?
well, I'm gonna factor in rents for the warehouses and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
I have my own trucks and stuff too. Yeah.
Okay. So overhead.
That's roughly, right?
Okay.
I'm trying to think what other costs I may have.
Without overhead, because the way I look at that is those are like your monthly base costs, right? Just to run the business. Don't include those into this exact thing because if you're pulling in 300,000 and your monthly costs stay the same, they're just operating costs, right?
Right.
Fixed costs. Yeah. So on this $100 average order value, it's around $50 or 55 that actually cost you to ship it to a customer.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So you qualify. That's what we're looking for. We need about 50% relative and at least $30 absolute, and you have that.
Okay.
Like 45 relative, right? But like we got the. Okay. Awesome. Okay. So now, tell me about everything. Tell me about what's going on now. Tell me about your whole business.
So that's kind of so in the past, in 2020, I had better suppliers too. This is the deal. If I can, because of the way I built this business and my contact in this industry, the more sales we get, I do have inventory available to me to constantly whatever. But what we do, nobody else does. I gotta build these products ourselves. I have a staff that's trained to do it. And I've spent a lot of years building this or whatever. Recently, I have revamped the entire product line to sell larger boxes of books, whether they're kids' books or adult books, at a higher price point, right?
Good.
So, yeah, and that mainly was inflation, right? I love my old business model, and I wish I could have kept doing it. It was like affordable books for everybody, but they're still super affordable. They just got to buy more now, right? And then I get a higher AOV. Yeah, we go from there.
Oh, we want the highest AOV possible. Always. We do that. We help you out with that as well. Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay. Now, let me ask you this directly. You don't have any post-purchase upsells right now, do you?
No.
Okay. All right. It's cool. All right. It's going to be fun. Okay, so okay, tell me about your history that you wanted to say before I interrupted you, because I needed to know those numbers to know if we can make this work, and now I know we can. So whatever's relevant.
That's pretty much it. I mean, I think I think you understand, the psychology behind my customers or whatever. You might even understand a little better than I do. I built this business. No one's done this really because of the way it works, and buying these books are essentially slated to be destroyed, and a good chunk of them are like brand new. So
Yeah.
none of the other booksellers can really do this. It is a labor-intensive operation, but I've spent so many years building this that it's kind of streamlined at this point.
Okay.
But yeah, my biggest issue right now,
Yep.
sales, both with the economy and with the digital.
I'll just hold on. You're the first one I've talked to who's ever mentioned like inflation or the economy or whatever. That's ultimately irrelevant. We just do the stuff that works in the current
Right.
moment, right?
Right.
Outside forces are outside forces. We can't control them. They like whatever influence they have. That's all taken into account in at the end your profitability, right, from your revenue. So that's fine, right? Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Now, what's last 3 months? What's your revenue per month?
It has not been good. I can pull it up for you in one sec. It's not. I want to say it's between 60 and 70,000, maybe a little bit more, maybe like 75,000.
Month? Per month or over
Yeah.
3 months?
Yeah.
Per month. Okay,
Per
67.
month.
Okay.
It's up around 200,000 in the last 3 months.
Okay, 60 to 70K. And what's your ad spend on that? And where are sales coming from?
Either both Google and Facebook, Instagram. So I split about $150 to $200 a day between each of them. So I might spend 150 on Facebook a day and 150 on Google a day, roughly.
Okay, 1 sec. I'm just taking all this down.
300 to 400 a day total in ad spend. Now in 2020, I scaled up to roughly 15 to 1,700 a day in ad spend off of Facebook alone.
Okay. Okay, 1 sec. I want to see per month if we go 400, times 30 is, okay, 12,000. So spend 12,000 highest and make about 60K back, right?
Yeah, I would say that's something like that. Close, yeah.
Okay, can I ask you this? If you're not comfortable answering, you don't have to, but like, what's your actual profits at the end of the day for a $60,000 month right now? Like, are they small?
I could have told you this, a year ago. My old business model was based on around, we were able to achieve about 100,000 a month pretty consistently. And let's say we would do 100,000 based on my old model, this and that. You might pull in 10, 15 a month after it's all said and done. Right now, that was not when we scaled in 2020. We were doing something like I was taking home profits, something 50 to 70,000 a month.
Okay,
profits.
good. Yeah, okay, good. Yeah.
In 2020, dude, I took home almost $1 million on my own. I bought my own house, brought a fucking Denali, all that good shit.
Yeah, nice.
Some business fell apart.
Got to get you back there. Okay.
Yeah.
But can you actually tell me because I want to see how much, because there's two things, right? You have cash reserves probably somewhere else to put into ad spend, right? But I always want to keep it as efficient as possible so we keep the money in the business to grow it.
Right.
Now you understand ads, you understand if you have a bigger testing budget, you find winners faster and you can scale faster, right?
Right.
It's separate. But again, honestly, on this 12,000 ad spend, and let's say you have 60K revenue, what's your profit on that per month right now?
Give me a sec. Let me
Okay.
figure that. I can tell you the just rough average here. I got to figure out what I'm paying my staff. So I spend 12 on ad, and I do. Give me 1 sec. Oops. I might take home 8,000 maybe.
Okay.
5, maybe, roughly, I would say. That's a rough estimate.
Okay.
Now, if I have some surprise costs, anything like that, it's gone.
Yeah.
And I've had some of those.
Like
obviously.
what? Just out of curiosity.
Well, so I'll get like, I just get tax bill. I mean, it's just everything. Like right now, I got some insane, the city of Richmond. I'm in Virginia, by the way. The city of Richmond just sent me a thing. When I went to turn my water on, this is just the cost of doing business. This is the kind of horseshit you got to deal with on a daily basis.
Yes.
I went to turn my water on when I moved in this warehouse,
Yeah.
and they turned the gas, which I didn't ask for.
Yeah.
I didn't know I was using gas. I don't even have anything that uses gas, and somehow I've used $2,000 worth of gas. So
That's bullshit. Yes. Okay.
That's the kind of crap they do. It's just nonstop with that. Yeah.
Okay. I understand. Now, you are scalable, right? With your supply chain, you can do higher numbers easily.
Yes, I can. It's not an instant process. As soon as let's say I'll give you an example. Let's say you do a couple ads and you find a winner and you're like, Joe, we can scale this. I'm gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna need a few weeks, but I'll start working.
Exactly.
It helps if you come to me with a level of certainty where you're like, hey, I know.
That's exactly it. That's exactly what we do, because we got to be in full coordination, right?
Right.
For example, if you give us, let's say, I don't know, you give us $5,000 of ad spend to test, and then we have winners in there, and we're like, okay, look, this ad's getting 3x return ad spend, right? You're profiting at whatever percentage. Let's bump this up to the first level that we want to get you to in revenue, right? Of new ads, $50K a month. If it's $100K a month, okay. And then once we get you there, you have sustainable profits every day on Facebook specifically. Facebook and Google are like this, okay? And just so you know, okay, I position us as a TikTok ads agency. We have more experience on Facebook because it's been around longer, ditto Google, so we know all the platforms, okay? But yeah, so how we scale and grow is to find the first winner where your margins are good, grow it up to whatever level you want to get it to, and then every day you're taking home profit, and that buys us time to do more testing, to find the next one, right? Because everybody else in e-commerce is very impatient. So for example, you're in the ads managers yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you understand, a break-even return ad spend isn't all this, right?
Yep.
So let's say your break-even return ad spend is like 1.4, okay? Other people, they find a campaign that gets to 1.6, they start pouring money into it, and they try to scale on that, and your margins are tiny. Right?
Right.
So like, yes, you can do that profitably, but everyone's so impatient in e-commerce. We always take kind of the long view, the longer approach, where, hey, we got to get you winners that are like 2x, 2.5x, 3x first, right? Or whatever first level you're comfortable with, right?
Right.
If it's like 2x and it's 1.4, 2x, okay, that's decent. We can scale it to, let's say, 20K. And you hang out there and you're taking profits each day. That buys us time to do more testing and find 2.5x, 3x, 4x, whatever, right? The next level. And then we do the next jump. That's like our media buying process, right? Make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Now, right now, because you did this, when you say the business revamp, you increase the average order value basically, right?
So if you look at our website, you'll see the product. I create the products. It's based on what we get in terms of inventory. And I've been in the used book business for about 13 years, and I built the bundler about 5 or 6 years ago. So kind of cut my teeth, learning everything, learning the trade. I met everybody. I'm well established in the industry. I know all the major booksellers in the country. I have reputations with them, that kind of stuff. But yeah,
because this is great because I love this. I love your store. I love your products. I'm gonna go to your lander. I don't love your lander. We'll fix that. That's fine. What's your
The problem is that I've done it all myself. Yep. I've not really ever. I'm like the only person in my C-suite, I guess you'd say.
I understand.
I have to be an expert in every single area.
Everything, right? So
and it becomes overwhelming after a while.
What happens honestly when you work with us, and I'll explain all this in depth. We basically become your marketing arm. We do all of it. Okay.
And that's what I want.
To do that, we have to take over your entire funnel. Okay.
Right.
It's not just we do the creatives. You saw the video, yeah? Of how we structure creatives. That makes sense? Makes sense? Right?
Okay. Yeah. And I'll make any changes you guys want in terms of that or whatever. Yeah. I totally understand. The amount I research is ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I totally get what you're saying and and why and the why. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So other agencies, for example, remember when I said I worked with 5 in the past? They just take ad spend and take retainer and that's it, no results.
Yeah.
Right? They fuck you off. Difference with us is like I'm a very proud guy. Okay, so I want to get you guys results, and I contractually guarantee, right? Every single client that I sign on after working with us, they're going to be in the green, and I'll explain how that works. Okay.
Okay.
If you were a drop shipper and you had 20% margins, and then your take home was like 2 or 3, we can't work with you, right? But everyone who has stuff that they ship themselves, it's high quality products, it's unique. Yours is very unique, very very cool, right? We can grow it to the moon. Okay.
Okay.
Just very quickly, so you know this as well, and then I'll kind of go back to you. My business partner, Phil, okay? He was doing dropshipping e-commerce for about 4 or 5 years, all right? Brilliant guy, you'll meet him as soon as you're on. His specialty was growing stores from 0 to $100,000 a month in about 36 days on Facebook. Okay.
Okay.
The reason he didn't go past 100,000 because then you have to start taking on inventory and deal with 3PLs and all this stuff and all those logistics he didn't want to touch. Okay. Other problem was all of this was with drop shipped crap from China. So he never touched the product, right? When it takes like 6 to 8 weeks to get to the consumer.
Super long windows, right? Super long delivery windows.
30% want to return it because it's crap, right? And then the page score goes down, and then eventually it dwindles out, affects your ads. So then once that happens, like he would take the store up there, and then it would drop eventually, and then do it again, right? Take a store up, it would drop, eventually do it again. But his take home, I think average was like $7,000 off 100K months, right? So thin margins, right?
Yeah.
And customer service was always like disaster because literally 30% wanted to return. And he's like, well, okay, you can ship it to China and the cost of that is going to be more in the product itself. So up to you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So like, that's where we cut our teeth, okay?
Yeah.
Kind of the hardest, most difficult market, drop ship garbage from China. And that's where the whole team kind of comes from originally, right?
Okay.
So when we have someone like you and like all our other clients, when they have high quality product, yours is very unique, right? As a bundle, it's very high quality, right? Customers are going to love your stuff. Right, you even said most of the books are like, some of them are like brand new, right?
Yeah.
And it's a surprise. It's always like that unique, like Christmas thing. It's like, it's perfect, okay?
Yeah.
You probably have fast shipping times, right? Because you're in country. You're not waiting 6 to 8 weeks, right?
Super fast.
So all you have to do when you work with us is order fulfillment and then customer service, and that's it. We do the rest, okay? So we take over your entire funnel from top of funnel to bottom of funnel. So top of funnel, when they first see an ad, right, and get introduced to your stuff, all the way down to bottom of funnel when they receive a receipt of a successful purchase in their inbox, okay? So from our side, kind of 3 things we do, and I'll go into these in depth. First is like content creation, right? And you saw the video about that, you understand that. Second is actually media delivery, media buying, going to the ads managers, clicking all the right stuff, having the right strategy, which I explained to you briefly, right? And then third, this is gonna be most important to you, is post-click optimization. Post-click optimization is everything that happens after somebody clicks on your ad. Okay? So, for example, what's your current conversion rate for cold traffic on your site?
It is, give me 1 sec. It's not good. Cold conversion rate. Let's look at, what do you want? What period of time do you want?
Last 90 days.
Last 90, okay. Cold conversion. 1.54%.
Okay. It's not bad, not horrible, but
in my heyday, that thing was close to 4 or 5. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. And that includes Google ads, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the thing. Google ads are spiking it up because on the customer kind of journey to make a purchase, bottom is purchase, one above it is like reading about the stuff to know what it is, one above it is buying intent, okay? And then there's like 3 levels above that, and the highest level is like just awareness. Facebook ads, all other ads are just this awareness. Then they got to go down to like 3 funnels, then have buying intent, and then they learn about your stuff and they buy. Google skips all this top stuff and they go directly into buying intent. They click the site, read about, and buy, right?
Yeah.
So what that means is how much is it even Google and Facebook in terms of traffic to your site, or more Google?
Right now, well, this is the other thing. One of the reasons I'm even entertaining calls like this right now is because I'm totally revamping marketing. So right now, I have like in the last 2 weeks, obviously what's going on with Google, GA4 analytics, right? Yep. Flesh that out, set it up, read it all. You know, so that's just kicking in now. That was something I just did 2 weeks ago. Okay. And it's set up nice. I can see all that stuff coming in, but I've not revamped the ads even for the GA4, you know. And Facebook, I've turned off all ads, and this last week I just watched YouTube videos on, 2023 Facebook strategies.
Yeah.
One of them was pretty cool. I set up a brand awareness campaign that's designed to be like long-term, super cheap, but that's where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? This is where I'm at. You're coming in and I'm like, if someone can do this better than me and can,
that's what we do.
Have at it.
Yep.
Have at it.
Okay. So, but you don't know the split, Facebook, Google traditionally.
In the past, literally been like 75% Facebook.
More Facebook.
25.
Yeah, because
I've never had a lot of success with Google. I mean, I do at very small budgets. I have really good success with Google. It's just I've ever attempted to scale, which just seems to be a common thing with Google, right?
It is because there's set keywords that you're targeting. If you don't do keyword research and all this, then you're missing out on them. And there's a certain level.
I don't understand that fully.
Each one there's a ceiling.
Yeah, and I'll admit I don't understand the full. Google's different from Facebook.
Totally different. Totally different.
Yeah,
Totally different, right? Okay, so what I want to say is the Google traffic is bumping that up because they have that buying intent, right? So the people from Google will convert at a higher rate than people from Facebook, okay?
Yes.
But if you were at 4 to 5 before, this is all about post-click optimization, right? So all the changes, all the fixes we make after someone clicks an ad. I'll give you a quick story. Another client of ours, she was an industrial designer, had a great aesthetic, great eye for design, okay? She was selling skincare stuff, and it was like modeled after the Mediterranean, it's like Greek inspired, okay? And she was somewhere, I think, in New York, okay? Her website looked beautiful, all right? She was having wholesalers contact her every couple months, being like, hey, we want to buy your stuff. And she was like, well, guys, I'm doing this in my kitchen, like $500 a month. That's it. I don't have any stuff to sell you, right? Because the website looks so good. Now, her conversion rate was 0.5%, approximately, like 0.53, something like that, okay? We went in, we made our changes, all the conversion rate optimization best practices for her, keeping her same aesthetic, keeping those same images, just fixing everything up, okay? We got that to 3%. I think it was like 2.8 something, right? But 0.5 to 3. So what that meant is before, 200 people will need to click her ad to get a single purchase of about $30, okay?
Yep.
Now, after the same 200 people click for her ad, she pays the same amount for all of them, and she gets 6 purchases, right? So $30 for 200 clicks or $180 for 200 clicks, right? So now she's printing money. Before she was like break even or in the red or whatever, but she just liked the stuff, right? So that's the importance of post-click optimization. Right now, your site, I'm looking at your landers, you got like nothing optimized. Okay, and I'll go into it, I'll show you, I'll screen share, I'll explain everything I'm talking about, I'll show everything. So even if you end up not working with us, you can just take and implement this stuff yourself, okay?
Okay.
But yeah, that's the first thing. If you said you were getting 4 or 5 before, that means we can get you back up there. With a proper landing page, it'll be lowest hanging fruit, okay? Make sense?
I love it.
Okay, now, just a couple questions about you. And I think I know this one, but right now, what's your biggest struggle getting sales and scaling to the next level?
It's just a combo of everything, brand, product, I've got, with me, inventory-wise, I have certain products that sell really, really well without a lot of marketing, okay? Those are usually, what those products are, those are the paperback stuff, okay? So get those in stock, they sell out right away, all the time.
Okay.
I raise price on them, they still stock out. All right, great. Everything else, it's just, I want to sell everything else, and everything else is good product.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's just sells at a much lower rate. It still sells.
Yep.
It's not as good as a rate. So what I end up doing always since day one, which I don't like necessarily, but it's what I've had to do, is I discount. I run sales, discounts, whatever. That's my only model.
Okay.
It's not a great model. I've read all about it, how that's not a great model.
How many email subscribers do you have right now?
Over 100, or right around 100,000.
100,000 email subscribers. How much are they contributing to your monthly revenue?
Percentage-wise. Not much. I don't do I'm not good at this. That's the thing. I know where my weaknesses are. Okay. You know what I mean? I'm very, very comfortable.
Okay, so I'll tell you this, man. We'll come in, we'll do all your email flows. Right away, you'll get all your retainer back. Done. That's a huge fucking list. Okay? And this is what I mean. We do everything. Like, we literally we take control of the entire funnel. Okay? You should be getting at least 40% of your monthly revenue from your emails. Higher because you have so many. Honestly. Yeah. Well, that's huge.
I know.
That's okay.
Right. But 2 years ago, I would send emails out. Yeah, I'd get like 12K a pop on these. And now it's like, it's, and I got new ones. Obviously, I'm getting new ones every month too. You know what I mean? I got people drop it off, but it's maintained pretty steady around 95.
How many repeat buyers do you have in Shopify, like month over month? What's the percentage returning customers?
It's pretty high, actually. That's the majority right now. I want to say my returning customer rate is about 37%.
In the last night.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not getting a lot of new people anymore, though.
Okay. Awesome. Okay, so 37%, so about 40% returning customers, right? And that contributes to the revenue numbers you said. So your ads are actually maybe break even. If you eliminate the returning customers, right? I think so. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Now I see what's going on. So it's not like you're making the 60, 70K just from cold traffic ads.
Right.
Okay. All right. So are the ads break even right now on Facebook? So you turn them off, but before you turn them off, were you at break even return on ad spend?
No.
Were they under?
That's what's been killing me. Probably the last 3 months, the Facebook and Instagram has not been. I'm losing money in terms of both what they're generating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Google's all right.
Yeah.
Google's all right, but the problem with Google is that it doesn't generate enough, and I can't scale it.
You can't scale it. Yep. Okay. So I'll tell you this, man. I know. Again, if you're excited about TikTok and you want to TikTok, we can do TikTok right away. Okay. I have nothing against that.
It wasn't just TikTok. I just thought that was your focus. I mean, if you do everything, that's even better. I like.
No, we do. Yeah.
We
We do everything, man, because we have to. Because I want to. Okay. My only goal is to grow your business to the next level. Okay. So let me ask you that. What's your next level? What do you want to get to per month?
Oh my God, I would love to get back. I would just love to get back where I was in 2020. You know what I mean? That was the dream right there.
What's the number?
We were doing about 250,000 a month. Okay. I had a bigger warehouse too at the time, but yeah.
So you've been able to handle that scale, so you know the logistics for that. So if we get you back up there, you know how to handle it. There's no issues except the lead time. I understand the lead time, of course.
This is the thing. When I did it in 2020, I literally, as we were scaling, I was building systems.
Perfect.
That's what I love.
Yeah, I love
it. 3 years now to like the things I have built now in the last 3 years. I've learned from every mistake I made in 2020. I'm 10 times more efficient. Yep. So it's like
you're better
do it now.
Better position to scale.
Amazing.
Right? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So better position to scale. You want to get 250K per month. You're about 60K now. You have all the systems to take advantage of that. You'll be even more efficient. Right?
Yeah.
All right. This is brilliant. Yeah. Okay. What else? Okay. Last personal question. Then I'll dive in. Why does that matter to you? What's the driving force getting back up there or even higher, getting 250K per month?
For me, it's not about the money. I don't care about being rich or anything like that. I'm very content, even in my house and everything like that. I'm very content with that. I am more about, one, what we do is actually a really good, positive thing. Most business is shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. That's why I like talking to you. Yeah, man.
I don't know if you know this. This year I was approached by the Little Free Library organization. Okay, so you know what? Little Free. Okay. I'm now their main book supplier. If you go to their website, and let's say you own a Little Free Library and you want to buy books from the Little Free Library, those are our books. We built products for them. They're on their website. They probably account now. Right now it's just small. We just started doing this 3 months ago. They probably pull in about 7,000 a month for us, but okay. I like the fact that what I do is good. I think it is a very good thing. I think it's an awesome product that I created. And why? Why did I create everything and do this? Because I was that kid who read insanely. You know what I mean?
Me too. Me too, man. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I kind of created something I would have loved as a kid. You know what I mean? I was like, this is what I wanted when I was a kid. So that's what it is. Perfect. I like being. For me, though, going to that level, why I want to do it is the security it brings. It means that, it'll allow me to do a lot more good, I think, in terms of both the money that comes in. This was the other problem in 2020. We made all that money, and I had never made that kind of money before. Yeah. And obviously, you're not going to be great at utilizing it, right? I tried.
Yeah, man. I've had the same thing.
I had 3 years to think.
Yeah, I had the same thing. Like with books, I was making, my biggest month was 100,000 a month in this profit, and then next biggest was 125 in March 2016. And actually, Amazon. I don't know how familiar you are with Amazon Kindle, that stuff. Are you?
Very familiar, yeah.
A little bit. All right, so.
Yeah, super familiar. Yeah.
Oh, super. Okay, sorry, you just cut off. So you are familiar, yeah?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you know the Kindle Unlimited thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can get like a whole bunch of.
So the way it works for this is a complete side note, but the way it works for authors, so like writers, was they pool all the subscription money together, right? And then at the end of each month, Amazon distributes it based on what percentage of pages you had read from all the pages read. Make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So what I did was I hacked that system, and they changed rules because of me. Was where they launched, I think, in 2015, and I ignored it for about 6, 7, 8 months because I didn't like it, but I should have dove in right away, okay? But then when I dove in February 2016, what I did was I put all my books, and I had like probably 20 at that point, into a single bundle, okay? And I monopolized all the page reads because one single person who would buy my bundle would read all the books, okay? Yeah. And that's how I got the $100,000 a month, $125,000 a month. And then they changed the rules literally because of me. And they said max per book is 3,000 pages. And I think mine was like 15 to 25,000, right?
That's funny. You think like I think. You know what I mean? I would have thought the exact. I think like that too. That's very funny.
No, this is great. This is what I said. Like when you said that you read a lot of books as a kid, the first thing in my head was like, yeah, this is the common denominator behind anyone who's high IQ and actually intelligent, right?
Yeah.
And because they just foster that through reading, right? Like I was reading all the time as a kid, right?
Yeah.
And then when I was at Harvard, same thing with I mean, it was a disaster, but the few smart, because people weren't smart there. That's the biggest fucking thing for me. Like, I was so disappointed. Like my professors were telling me that I wrote the best essays they've seen in years. And I was like, this is my high school level stuff. How fucking stupid is everybody else? Right?
There's a quote. You ever watch Rick and Morty? Rick's like, goes, I've been to school. It's not a place for smart people.
Like, really? And this is the best school in the world. So I got really fucking disillusioned with everything, man. Because getting in, I was so excited. Then I went there, it was the biggest disappointment of my life. But whatever.
Yeah.
Like I do what I love now. Building businesses is my thing. Okay, so anything else? Okay, let me dive in. Let me just explain how we do things, okay? And I've given you a bit of an overview now. If anything else you want more in depth, just tell me. But basically how it works is to get to that next level, you understand this. You need a full strategy. Like that takes in the entire kaleidoscope of data that you have coming in, right? And you got to condense it, coalesce it into a single predictable revenue stream for you month over month where you know your profits are good and you can rely on that and you scale your business up, okay?
Yeah.
So like I told you, this is what we do to guarantee winners, okay? First, ads creation. That's the video you saw. Again, I'll ask you, do you have any questions on that, or was that clear? Was it logical? Did it make sense to you?
It made sense. I didn't deep dive. I literally just watched your video right before.
Perfect. Yep, that's all.
But everything you were saying in it made perfect sense. In terms of, you go through, you create the videos, you go through the learning phase, you're looking for winners that you can scale. Yep. It's a logical framework. Yeah, I mean.
That's all. If it makes sense to you, that's the most important thing, right? Because I can be like, oh, I spent X many millions on, it doesn't matter, right? As long as the systems that I'm talking about make logical sense to you, that's what matters, okay?
Right.
We create the customer avatars in that learning phase. That's going to be very, very important for the entire funnel that we make for you, okay? So when you sign on, what happens is you do your onboarding call with Phil. I'm not there, just for you guys to meet each other and to get so he understands your business on his level. Then he and I meet, we talk about everything that I know and he knows to develop the first strategy, okay? Then what happens is Jessica, who's our creative director, she comes from an engineering background. It's like real world stuff, which I love, right? Versus like scientists, who you can fudge data and no one's the wiser. Engineering, you build a bridge, it falls down, people die, right? So it has to be applicable. She's great with TikTok ads, she's great with stuff. She does the in-depth customer avatar research to understand who's buying your stuff and why, okay?
Right.
Which is very important because that sets the stage for everything else we do, okay?
Okay.
So she designs the first storyboards that we give to our creators. We have in-house creators that we work with, are ours, right? Who do all your stuff for you. All that's filmed. We have video editors and edit it, clip it into the best TikTok styles, whatever's trending, etc.
Just to interrupt real quick, you guys familiar with StoryBrand? Because you mentioned a storyboard.
The StoryBrand rings a bell. Let me see.
It's a marketing strat. I don't know. When you mentioned the storyboard, that made perfect sense. So keep going. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt like that.
Let me see what it is. StoryBrand. Clarify your.
It's a marketing. It's a book about kind of like during when you guys are doing marketing, like you're telling a story as a customer, and it's along the lines of essentially everything you do. So
we're doing all industry best practices plus all kind of like the secret sauce that we know, just personal experience, right?
Okay.
All the stuff we have from personal experience plus best practices, right? Which gives you highest chance of success. All right.
Okay.
So the coolest thing about the ad creation structure is with that asset library, where it's like B-roll footage coupled with voiceover, you can create infinite permutations of winning ads. Okay. Because once you know the structure that resonates with your audience, you keep pumping them out. And you don't need to film new stuff, for example. Give you a very easy example. Let's say you have one ad that has a hook, right? One winning hook and one winning call to action. Sandwiched in between are 3 different elements. Let's say product intro, testimonial, and benefits, whatever, right? If the storyboard just has 3 of each, so 3 product intros, 3 benefits, 3 testimonials, and we send out to 5 creators, okay, then we have 15 clips for each of those that we can play with, all right? What that means, 15 to the power of 3, it's like 3,200, I think, different variations of that ad that's a winning ad that has the winning ad structure, okay?
Okay.
The reason that's important on TikTok in particular is because TikTok values two things, novelty and originality. I'm going to talk about TikTok now because that's how we connected first, and I'll go into all the other platforms. Okay?
Okay.
Originality means that the content has to be new. It can't be something that's been seen online before because they punish you for that with worse metrics. Okay?
Okay.
We provide all that with our team of UGC creators. Okay? Number two,
Right.
novelty. It has to be new. So after an ad runs for 3-4 weeks, it's no longer new. So then ad fatigue starts to set in, performance dips, and the stuff tends to die. So on TikTok, a single winning ad lasts about 3 to 4 weeks. Okay? Which traditionally, if you're just making ads like meta level, just the entire ad itself, it sucks because you don't know what to do after. With us, because we have that winning structure, we just sub in the next one, 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 right? That's TikTok. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah.
Okay. Facebook is different. Facebook is really cool, and Facebook is always going to be my first preference to build a moat around your business, especially because you told me when we were talking that you're probably below break even, right?
Yeah.
The reason, so we'll focus on Facebook first, but we'll do our UGC short form content. Okay.
That's fine. Yeah, focus wherever you guys. I'm the type of person. If you tell me, and I can already tell that you are much more expertise in this area, I'm gonna let you do whatever the hell you want. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's
all
what
right,
we
I'm
need.
not gonna argue with you.
That's what we need. Now, your big advantage is you have data from Facebook already because you've been spending money on it, even if it's not profitable. Okay.
Right.
That gives us a leg up right away. Okay. That's very, very cool. Now, what I want to say on Facebook, once you have campaigns that are winning campaigns and you scale them to a certain level, which is usually between $800 to $1,200 a day, okay, they stay there. And you just need like minimal touch points, once, twice, 3 times a week. And they stay there for months and years at a time. So how you know a brand is successful is if you go to the Facebook ads library and you see they've been running ads from 2018, 2019, 2020, all those are consistent winners for them. Okay?
Okay.
This is why like someone like you coming in, kind of fresh, kind of new, but you have that experience and you have the data for us, right? Facebook is going to be the first thing we target because we want to, again, build that moat around your business. We have a single predictable revenue stream. Every single day you're profitable and you know how much. The fluctuations are usually between 15% plus minus day to day. Okay?
Okay.
Whereas TikTok goes like this day to day.
Okay.
Right?
It's all over the place. I got it.
One day you could be like $1,000 in the red. Next day you're like 2,000 in the green. Day after you're break even. Month over month it averages out. But to start, that's not what you want to, right?
It's gonna be all.
You don't want to tolerate this because your business has to be able to absorb those shocks. Okay?
Okay.
So
That makes sense.
Make sense so far?
Yep.
Okay. So ads creation. Let me give you an example of customer avatars. Why they're so important. Okay. We worked, and customer avatars are when you market. It's very hard from a psychological perspective as marketers to make something that appeals to the masses. It's fuzzy, right? But if you have a customer avatar, like a single defined person, give them a name, an occupation, their story, and you sell to them, then that applies to the masses. Okay?
I got you. Targeting one type and then hitting everyone like that type.
Yes, exactly. Right? It's just psychologically much easier for us as marketers to do that. Okay?
Makes perfect sense.
I'll give you an example just to cement the point. We work with a brand called they're in Canadian, obviously. They make weighted cooling blankets. Okay? We had 4 customer avatars for them. Okay? I'll give you the first and I'll give you the 4th just to show the extreme differences. Okay? First one, let's say her name was Mary. She's 48 years old. She's an executive at some firm, has 3 kids. Okay? Just starting menopause. So for her, she doesn't have many hours to sleep each night because she has to wake up early, make breakfast for the kids, at least spend time with them, run off to work, gets home late, tired, exhausted, maybe puts the kids to bed and then crashes. But with menopause kicking in, now she has night sweats, she's tossing, turning, she can't sleep. So for her, the reason she would want to buy a weighted cooling blanket is in the few hours of sleep she actually gets each night to try to alleviate the menopause symptoms and actually get into a deeper state sleep. Okay? First customer avatar. 4th customer avatar, let's say his name is Joe, 27-year-old, serial entrepreneur, has multiple companies, is all about maximizing his performance in all areas of life. Okay, but business is number 1 thing. So he's the guy who wears the blue light filtering glasses at night, right? Has a huge supplement stack like I do. All this stuff, right? Everything to optimize his health and his performance. So for him, the reason a weighted cooling blanket is appealing is because he knows if he gets his 9 hours of sleep a night, more of those that go into deep REM sleep, right? The better he is next day for performance. He also knows that I'm Canadian, so I know Celsius, that optimal sleeping temperature is like 18 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but the weighted cooling blanket puts him into that state the entire night, deeper sleep, more optimized. Next day he gets up fresher, better to work on all his stuff, right?
Okay.
Two totally different people buying the same product for different reasons. Okay? Now, the entire funnel journey is different for both of them. The ad is going to be different. The landing page is going to have the same visual structure. The copy is going to be different. The pictures are going to be different because they have to be fully congruent from top of funnel all the way down to bottom of funnel.
Yep.
Okay? This is
And that's what I'm not doing. I'm not doing that. I know that.
That's why this is so important, right? So
Yeah.
that learning phase, Jessica, I don't know how long it takes her. Let's say 4 to 7 days, because she goes really, really in depth because we need to. Okay? Because what I'm always looking for is long-term growth partners. First engagement is really going to be proof of concept of us to you that, hey, you like working with us, we know what we're doing, we're making you money. And then second one is always I want something longer term where we just sit down, we partner up, whatever makes sense for both of us, and that you're happy and that you want to grow your business to that level, right? That's just kind of how I see things. Did I freeze? One sec. I think we're good.
Just brief. I heard what you said. You
Okay.
just briefly.
Okay. So ad creation, very like in-depth research. We have our creators, we have the structure, we have the storyboards. Like that all makes sense. Yeah.
Yep.
Any questions on that?
Nope.
Okay. Number 2 is ads delivery, right? That's the actual media buying. That's going into the ad accounts and having the right strategy, clicking the right buttons, doing the right stuff. Okay. You know how overwhelming. I mean, you've been in it, right? But it still gets overwhelming. All the metrics. How do you separate the signal from the noise, right? Very, very difficult to do. Right?
Yep.
So if you tap into a team that has years and years and years, millions of dollars in experience, right? They kind of know how to filter the signal from the noise a lot better than someone like you would, right? The other thing is when you're scaling, when you're growing, you have to be there every single day watching every single thing. So from our side, one of the biggest kind of value propositions we offer you, aside from obviously making money, is we free up your time to focus on higher leverage tasks in your business that you enjoy doing, right?
Okay.
Versus, for example, media buying, right? Now, the strategy is always going to be longer term, and it's like this, like what I told you, right? Whatever your break-even return ad spend is, we need to find ads that are above that, okay? We give ourselves the best chance of success by using all best practice to create those ads. We put them up there, and we have to test, right? We need a testing budget to see which ones actually perform. The ones that end up performing at whatever level above the break-even return ad spend, right? Let's say your break-even is, again, 1.4. Let's say one firm is 1.5, 1.6, 1.8, 2.5, right? Obviously, we're going to put money behind the 2.5. But we're always in full coordination and communication with you, right? To show you that, hey, these are the margins. And if we know what first level you want to scale to, let's say you want to go to $30,000 a month off cold traffic, just cold traffic, okay?
Yeah.
And we get you 1.4 and you're happy with 1.8 to scale. Okay, we do that first level because we found that sooner, okay?
Okay.
If we get 2.5, obviously you're happy to scale, right?
Right.
So that sort of thing. So whatever first level you're comfortable at, that margin, we scale it to the first level, again, whatever that is, and then that stays there. That buys us time to keep doing small budget testing to find the next big winners, right?
So basically, essentially, we make sure we're profitable. We make sure everything's stable, and then once we're at that,
Step
that's
by
when
step by step.
I got you.
It's step by step, right? Because again,
Logical part. Yeah.
like you can scale to $100,000 months if you have a 1.4 break even and you're at 1.6.
Right.
Why? Right? Your margin is going to be so small. Scale that to the first level, say $10,000 a month, so you're having a little bit of profit each day, and that buys you time to do more testing to find the ones that are like 2x return ad spend, right? Whatever it might be. Make sense?
I love it.
Yeah, it makes perfect. That's how I would do it. You know what I mean?
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, it's so much. It's such a I'm so happy. It's such a relief to talk to someone actually intelligent.
I know. It's just funny. It's funny.
Because you understand.
You guys, you messaged me like, I know it was probably part of your automated thing or whatever, but it was like, I was like, man, I don't know. It was nice hearing the original thing that you guys sent me too, because I was like, oh, these guys I can tell that your grasp of human psychology is very on point, especially in regards to selling. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it, man. But no, honestly, I want to show you that all the stuff we're going to do for you will sell your stuff, right?
Okay.
That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
So that's the ads delivery, right? We want to scale it on the highest return ad spend possible. And if you understand that it's a long-term strategy, right, that we want to give, strong pillars behind your business, right?
Yeah.
That's what each additional revenue stream provides. So Facebook, when it scales to a good level at a good average return on ad spend, that's the first pillar. Then second pillar, maybe Google, right? Maybe TikTok, right? Maybe YouTube, whatever it may be, right? And as we add all these pillars to your business, it becomes stronger. In the end, if you want to do an exit 2-3 years down the road, I don't know, right? If you want to just grow that high level, run all yourself, sure, right? But I'll tell you, exit is 40 to 60 times your last 12 months average monthly profits. Okay?
Okay.
That's what you can exit for. Now, that's usually with just a single kind of revenue stream.
Let me ask you, if I did want to sell this and then whatever down the line, is that something you guys are? You probably know how to do that, right?
Yeah, I've never done it myself, okay? But I'm connected in all kind of the top level e-commerce circles, so I don't know offhand right now, but I know the brokerage sites. I can get, I can tell you these ones are reputable. Don't go with these guys, stuff like that. And you go through a broker. But I know the amount that they sell for. This is just average. 40, 60x, your average monthly profit for the last 12 months. Okay?
Okay.
Now, what I'll tell you is, remember how I said this is usually off a single revenue stream, like Facebook ads, and maybe a little bit of something else. If we have Facebook ads, and we have TikTok ads, and we have Google ads, and we have Bing ads, and we have YouTube ads, right? And we have your 100,000 mailing list, that's bringing you 40 to 60% of revenue each month, okay? That's a much stronger business. If you have something like that, not unheard of to sell for up to 120x.
Okay.
Which is like doubling. So if that's what you want to do, that exit, that's what we would work towards. And then obviously when you do the exit, right? Like you do it with the broker, with the lawyers, all that sort of stuff. We help get you there to that point, if that's what you want to do, right? Okay, cool.
Perfect sense. Makes perfect sense.
All makes sense. Now, number 3 is post-click optimization, okay? And this is going into your site and increasing your average order value as high as possible, increasing your conversion rate back up to 4 to 5 because you were getting 4 to 5 before. Okay?
Right.
Now, for this, I actually want to do a screen share and show you some sites we've built, plus some other sites, so you can see what's actually going on. Okay? So it's not just empty words. Cool?
Sounds good.
Okay, so let's do this. Okay, so the first thing is, okay, let me ask you this. Does your audience demographic, do you know it? Does it skew older when you look at the Facebook stats?
It is primarily 30, whatever that bucket was, like 30 to 40.
35 to 45, right? Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's women primarily, almost all women. Like 90%.
Okay, excellent. Okay, again, this is what Jessica would, you would figure this out on the onboarding call with Phil, your original info, and then Jessica would do her research and she'd know that. But, okay, do you know the percentage split between desktop and mobile?
Yeah, it's pretty high mobile. It's 60 to 80%, roughly off the top. It's 60 to 80% mobile, and then there is a chunk. I think my desktop is higher than a lot of.
It is. It really is, because 60-40 is what I would probably guess at, just because, like, I suspect people who read books and are into books, they're more on the computer than the phone.
It's also, I get a lot of schools, libraries, and stuff.
Exactly.
And they're never going to buy off the phone. They're always
Exactly. Okay, awesome. So I'm going to show you a desktop-oriented lander first, and then I'll show you some mobile ones. Okay.
Okay.
But first one I want to show you. Oh, wait, before I do that, can you please give me your raw numbers for, let's say, last 30 days of add to cart, initiate checkout, and purchase?
Yeah. Add to cart, 1,907. You're saying last 30, right?
Yeah.
1,907 added to cart.
Initiate checkout?
1,235.
Okay, that's very good. And then purchase?
496.
Oh, that's a big drop-off.
It's huge, and that is. It might be something to do with cart too. I just don't know.
What's your shipping right now? Shipping rates?
Shipping rates? Free shipping on the entire website.
Okay, awesome. So we'll do something else. All right. I'll take you through this. This is the first thing I want to show you.
We did guard shipping. That was just one of the new models. The way I've been trying to experiment with
it's better. It's better when it's absorbed in the cost, because
that's what I thought. That's the conclusion I came to over the years.
Yeah. Sometimes a big drop-off like that is when you have a high shipping rates that they don't expect, and they fuck off and don't buy.
Right.
If you have free shipping, that's not the case. I'll show you what's going on though. Like it's always the same stuff. Okay, so let me show you. Remember I told you I got a mentor, paid a lot of money for him?
Yeah.
I'll show you one of his, I can show you two, I'll show you one of his sites, and I'll show you another one. It's exactly the same. This first site, though, that I know, got him, in the first 3 years, around $30 million at a 43% profit margin, okay? And this is gonna it's gonna look like the least impressive thing in the world, okay? But that's why it's a perfect case study of all the right stuff going on, and particularly the checkout flow. Okay, so it's this, SafeMend. Now, I'm going to show you on desktop, and I'll show you some mobile ones. What we want to do is we always want to funnel your cold traffic to a single landing page where the only action somebody can take is to buy your thing. Okay?
Makes perfect sense.
So what that means is, see you have the logo here? On your site, for example, if I'm on this, right, I go to this lander and then I click the logo, I off the homepage. And if I do that, then as cold traffic, I just look around, poke around, F off, and I'm never seen again. Okay? Cold traffic driven here, they see this, they try to click SafeMend, nothing, right? Need help?
Okay.
Like this thing opens up, okay, like support, okay, email, but really the only thing you can click is to buy, add to cart. You scroll down,
Gotcha.
scroll down, scroll down, fix my walls now, back to add to cart.
Okay.
Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Where was the next one? This one. Fix my walls now. Back to add to cart. Okay?
I thought I was being so kind, linking that linking that logo to the homepage.
Yeah, man. No, the only thing that you want customers to do, cold traffic customers, is to buy. That's what we want to funnel their behavior into. Okay?
Okay.
Now,
Makes sense.
For SafeMend in particular, I'm going to take you through the checkout flow because that's the most, I mean, the rest of the, I mean, this doesn't look impressive, right? It looks like a 15-year-old made it, like 10 years ago.
It doesn't look bad. I mean,
Right, but it's like, it's nothing super. You wouldn't be like, oh my God, they're making so much money, right?
But it's, average. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but
I don't know, man.
Do you like it?
I'm not a judge.
like
You
it?
know what I mean? I don't judge.
if you like it, okay. But what I want to say is this. The important elements, above the fold, do you know what that means? Above the fold, basically.
Yeah, yep.
Right, okay. So above the fold, they have all, here, I'll give you a better example, but I mean, it's freaking glue, non-toxic wall repair solution, right? They don't have a description, but they know what it is, right? Just by seeing
You got you got the reviews.
reviews
you've
here,
got-
number of the reviews, the package items. But what I want to say is this. Every single part of the site, anything that is there that increases friction, that friction in the peripherals, there's always something that reduces that friction by increasing trust, okay? And this is very pertinent on the checkout page, but I'm going to show it to you right here. So at the cart, right, friction, in my peripherals, what do I see? Right here, 100% no risk money back guarantee. Ships from USA, 90-day returns, secure payment. Okay, this makes me feel a little bit better, okay? This is number one. Now, what I want to go through is your checkout process, okay? So let's say we drive traffic here to this page right now, okay? Also, we need better pictures. We definitely need better pictures. And our
Yeah,
goals,
you tell me what to do, and I will get a better shot. Whatever, you know what I mean. If you got a format in your head, I'm all for it.
okay, yeah, we need much better pictures. Our girls can do that. Our Anthony's a great creator. He can do that as well. We've got to ship him the stuff. Now, and if you can do that as well, if you have more material, if you have raw assets for us, that's fantastic because we can just work faster with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But let me just click. Let's check how many clicks it takes for someone to actually successfully buy. First one will be at the cart. Next one will be checkout. Okay. This is good that you have this. Okay. But then you fill in contact information, contact, email, blah, blah, blah. Then you go, next one's continue shipping. Then you fill out the shipping information. Then you go continue payment, right? That'd be 4. Then you fill out the payment information, and then you click buy. So it's like about 5 clicks, right?
Yeah.
Too many clicks, right?
Yes, because cold traffic, every single one of these clicks, attrition.
Yeah.
Drop off, people drop off. The other thing, I know this is the standard Shopify checkout, but it's become so common that people are wary of it, okay? So this actually decreases trust because when they see this, what they usually think is like, oh my God, another online store, is it legit? Will I get my stuff? Are they real? Are they lying? Like that sort of thing, okay? Which is like, I guess, the price of success for Shopify because every online thing is like this, okay? What we want is a fully branded experience, and SafeMend does this perfectly, and we will do this for you as well, okay?
Okay.
So yours was 5 clicks. Let's check theirs. First one's going to be at the cart.
All right.
And this is just my computer. I think slow always on this site.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay. At the cart.
When you add the cart, that's what happens. It pulls.
And we go here. It goes straight to checkout. So I put my information in: email, first name, last name, address, shipping method, credit card. Complete my order 2. Boom, done.
So it's like a one-page checkout. I love that. I've been wanting that from day one. I understand that totally. Drop off everything. I just didn't know how to do it.
2 clicks and done. Okay.
Yeah, that was amazing.
This is why this store has 43% fucking margins. Okay.
Because it's simple. It just kicks you right through. Yeah.
Right through it. Right. They don't even have time to drop off. Now the other thing, you can't click off SafeMend. On yours, if I'm on checkout, I can click book bundle and go back to the home page.
Yeah.
Why would you give
I made it
someone
convenient to do that.
Why would you give some? No, this is the default. This is not even you. On the checkout, this is Shopify's default. Why would you give somebody who's about to check out the option to go back to the home page and not buy? Right? But here we can.
Because they didn't build it. They don't have business. You know what I mean? This is the whole thing.
Yep.
You have all these mofos in tech building this crap, and they don't actually understand it because they don't do it.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I mean? You learn from experience.
That's why we fix all this up for you, right? Like here, look,
Yeah.
SafeMend, you can't click on it, right? Same thing. At the bottom, this is through Shopify, right? But it looks fully branded. All you see is
I
2023
love those
SafeMend.
reviews, by the way. Those reviews look great.
This
right
as well. This is what I want to talk to you about, okay? Now, this is something we could potentially do as well for you, because I think you can do a couple free gift books, right?
Oh yeah.
You can just ship the whole thing anyway, and the free gifts are like included in the thing. Anyway, what happens here?
Oh yeah.
What happens
Oh,
here is
That's an easy thing. I can do free gifts all day long. You know what I mean?
okay.
In terms of book.
Beautiful. Because what we do is, remember, we put one thing in our cart, then we end up here, right? And we say 4 things. We're mad, we're angry, we're like, what the hell? Why are there 4 things in my cart? Then we look closer, and what do we see? Complimentary, free gift, usually $7, I get it free. Oh, okay. Next one. Complimentary, free gift, usually $5, I get it free. Oh, okay. Next one. Complimentary, right? Free gift, usually $10, I get it free. Okay, wow, that makes me feel better. These guys are generous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is
Yeah.
all subconscious, happens in milliseconds, right? And again, this is
Okay.
garbage, right? This is like, it says usually $5, this is a little plastic nozzle, like it's worth less than this pen tip.
Oh yeah.
Right? Honestly. Okay. Now, the other thing is I want to tell you this. Anything on this page as well that increases friction, that friction is reduced by elements around it in your peripherals that increase trust. Okay? So
Okay.
when I look at the price, I'm like, okay, €16, that's quite a bit for a single pack of glue, right? Under it, I see you'll love SafeMend or your money back. Okay, that makes me feel better. Next one, 100% satisfaction guarantee. Okay, that makes me feel better. Next one, your order qualifies for a free gift. We've already added it to your cart above. Enjoy. Wow, what generous guys. I really want to reciprocate and make a purchase. Like, you know what I mean? This is what
Yep.
happens, right? Same with this. Rated 4.7 out of 5 based on 2,000 reviews on Trustpilot. Now, can I click this? No. Is this true? Who the hell knows? But it says that, right? So all this stuff to increase trust. Basically, always assume every single online review is fake. That's the easiest thing to do, right? And down here, same thing, right? These customer reviews, you did not read them, right? When you said you love them, right? You have no idea what
Right.
they say. Nobody's
No.
ever going to read them. Like,
No,
if you
they're
look at the
not.
pictures, the picture of a freaking wall doesn't show anything.
Right.
Like it's like, right? Like, what does this show? Nothing, right? But as long as there's a picture and then a name and a star rating, all of this just increases trust and makes this a branded checkout. We're like, okay, SafeMend, real brand, real customer reviews, free gifts, Trustpilot, 100% satisfaction guarantee. Okay, I feel good doing this. Make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Now, other thing.
I like it.
Same thing here. You fill out all of this information. I can talk about this for a sec. We might do something like this for you just to add a couple extra bucks to your order. But once you fill all this information out and you're about to complete my order, click this, and your finger's hovering over it or your mouse or whatever, that's friction. But in your peripherals, what do you see? Something that decreases that friction by increasing trust. 100%, no risk, money back guarantee. Okay?
I love it.
Boom, done. That's why it's like that. Make sense?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Any questions so far?
Nope.
Okay, so again, $30 million in 3 years, 43% profit margins. That's this little site. Like 2 pages, right?
Yep.
So it's cool.
It's genius. It's very smart. I wish I was SafeMend instead. But
But these are all best practices we can plan for you. Right?
Yeah. No, I got you.
Yeah.
We have your logo up here. We'll put some free gifts here. We'll do this. This is custom code. We can get this done. This is included in this app. It's a third-party app that's not on Shopify anymore. We still have access to it. And same thing. This is custom. So it's great. Now, shipping. I'll just take you through shipping. The reason he actually makes those margins is because he adds every single dollar counts, right? So standard shipping is about this makes more sense if you're in the States because these are rounded up better, right? But I think this one is like either $3.99 or $4.49, something like that for standard shipping. People are fine with that. That's an okay shipping rate. If we just do that for you and people default on that, they won't mind. They won't drop off. Okay? So that's an extra $4 or $5 for you right there, profit, right?
Okay.
Now, the other 3 are this. This one is $12, okay? Now, it's the most expensive by far. When you read expedited priority shipping and handling, 2 days for $12. But then you read this, insured express shipping, 2 to 4 days, only $6. And then you think, hey, I can maybe get the same 2-day shipping with this one for half price. Okay, I'll choose this one. So the point of this $12 one is not to make people buy, like some small percentage will, but that's not the point. The point is to get people to hop from standard shipping to insured express shipping, right? And you get an extra $2 per order.
No, you just gave me an idea too, because if I'm doing free shipping, it would be nice to have an option for more money to give them something extra right below it. Oh, that's so smart. That's so genius.
Yeah. But honestly, I wouldn't even, like right now, $4.49 shipping, something like that, it won't affect your conversion rate. And that's an extra $4 or $5 profit for you on every single order.
Right.
Right? So that's the sort of stuff we'll do. Right?
Okay.
Because, again,
I love it.
We have to increase your average order value as high as possible. We got to get as many people who click your site to actually convert. Right now, it's at 1.5x. If you double that to 3% conversion rate, right? You're making 2 times as much money off exactly the same traffic.
This is the other thing too that you guys will, if we decide to do all this, that I can build my products around whatever you. So let's say that you guys are doing your testing and you're like, dude, we found a market here and people want to buy libraries at $5,000 a pop. Hey man, I can create library. I can create anything for you. You know what I mean?
That's really cool. Let's do it like this though. Let's take your best sellers, the ones that have the big. I think they're all similar margins for you though, right? All your stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take your most popular ones. Right? Because those have the most market fit right now. And we'll make landing pages we'll make a single landing page. We'll drive traffic there. Okay? But we can swap in products because the structure's all there. It's all done.
I love it. Yeah, that's all.
And that's how we'll test. And with our creators, we'll talk about this once you sign on, but like we can send different like 3, 4, 5 different bundles to a single creator. They can film with everything, right? Even the same structure, or something like that. Right? Or if you want to focus on 2, for example, we do 2. And then later on, you can ship again. They'll film again for us once we have more data and once we know what's selling, what's clicking, and what's going. Make sense?
Okay.
So
perfect sense.
That's all included. What do I want to show you next? Let me give you. Okay, just for fun, I'll show you his other site. I don't know if I'm supposed to share this one, but it's okay because it's exactly the same. It's called Wash Warrior. And you'll see it's exactly the same freaking site. There you go.
It's got the same cart and everything.
Brand.
Okay.
Everything's exactly the same, right? So just colors a little bit different. Now, for the landing page, I'm going to show you 2 others, and then because this is getting long, if you want me to show more, I'd be happy to.
No, I totally understand this, but I guess this is my thing too. In terms of these landing pages, is this something that you guys do, or is this? I don't mind. I've actually done this too with the Shopify. You guys do what I would normally do is you would hire the developers. You tell them what you want. You just pay them like $100, $200, and then they make the adjustments to whatever.
No, we have our own team.
Oh, okay.
We have, for example, we have the best landing page people in the world, and I will explain what I mean by that. Have you heard of the OODIE? OODIE.
OODIE? I don't think so.
No, they're huge, big, oversized blanket hoodies. They're from Australia. Okay. The company was founded by this guy, Davey Fogarty. He's like 2-3 years younger than me. He grew from 0 to 500 million valuation in 5 years.
Wow.
Okay. Now, last year, he started a YouTube channel to build out his personal brand. Okay. One series that he did on there was to show people how they can start a new Shopify store with a new product, run ads, and do everything profitably and make money online. Right? For a single new product, right? Unrelated to anything he's done before, to show people it's possible. Okay? It was called Lemon Scrub. Okay? I'll show you the lander. He tapped us to make the lander for him. So this is what I mean when I say best landing page people in the world. If a $500 million company trusts us to build their landers, like we know what we're doing. Okay?
Okay.
So let me show you. It's called Try Lemon Scrub, and then I'll show you another one we did because it has the same structure. And we will do these sorts of, I'll show you the bundles. We'll do these sorts of bundles for you because they just make so much sense for your product. Okay?
Okay.
So first one, let's go try Lemon Scrub. And again, if you go to YouTube, look up Davey Fogarty, you'll see he was talking about this. It's no longer selling because it was just for the YouTube. But there's the lander that we made for them. There's a 3-pack bundle. Simple, clean, easy, good. Now, I want to go here, and then I want to show you a different lander because this one shows everything above the fold very, very good. Now, these guys, we just did the lander, okay? Nothing else. They're a huge brand.
Okay.
They're making like $70,000, $80,000 per day on this product. Okay, so
I got you.
Enormous. Again, they tapped us for the lander, and this shows best practice of everything that's above the fold. Okay, it goes like this.
Yeah.
Name of the thing, reviews, number of reviews, star rating, description. This description is too long for me, but if they're making that much money, I'm not going to critique. right?
Right.
This reveal offer takes you down to the bundles that you'll see in a bit, but anywhere, again, this shows the price. It's like buy now, add to cart, whatever, reveal offer, right? Right around it, again, in the peripherals, this increases friction. These ones decrease that friction by increasing trust. Trusted by PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Apple Pay, right? Okay, good. Customer review. This is the customer avatar, ideal customer avatar, right? Skews older. You see her name. You see she's a verified buyer. You see her text, right? First picture is always a picture of the item. Next one is a person with the item. They do before and after, right? Because it's a little bit more for them, but that's best practices, okay? Now, rest of the site, again, these colors I don't like, I'm not a fan of, but they work for their audience. And that's the most important thing. That's that learning phase, right? Customer avatar research. These are just hired actors in white lab coats. And they say they're doctors, right? I mean, I know because we worked with them, right?
Oh, yeah.
But you'll see here, it takes you down to this, the bundles. And the bundle structure is going to be identical. Wait, this will be a bit better. 1, 2, 1, 2, right? Exactly the same.
Okay.
Right, because we built both. So, but yeah, this one takes them down the bundles. This is what I want to try for you. So we have like the standard bundle, like book lover bundle, deluxe, express, librarian, amazing bundle, something like that.
Yeah, I love that. Yep.
Just to increase your average order value as high as possible. This is all best practice for above the fold. I think that all makes sense. Do you have any questions? It's all clear.
No, I mean I'm sold on you. I am. What I guess the biggest thing is, we're talking about retainer and costs and stuff like that. So obviously, you're going to charge me something. What are we looking at for that kind of stuff?
Let's get into that then. Oh, the other thing I wanted to add, post-purchase upsell. We'll add a post-purchase upsell to your, no matter what. We always add post-purchase upsells. What those are is after somebody's put their credit card in and made a purchasing, like they click buy now and the order's gone through, a pop-up comes up and says, hey, do you want this great thing at this huge discount? Yes or no? And it's a single click to get them to buy, okay? The thinking behind that is that with cold traffic, you paid some cost to acquire that customer, okay? Let's do easy numbers. Let's do $100 average order value and $10 cost per acquisition, which is too low, but let's just, whatever, right? They buy that thing, and then if you give them something else, same thing at a huge discount, as long as the discount is above the cost of product to you, right, you make more money. And the idea being with the post-purchase offer, you offset as much of the acquisition cost because once they've paid, you've already paid that cost as possible. So what ends up happening is kind of getting free purchases, right? If you end up offsetting it to potentially 0, that's very rare, but a good post-purchase upsell has about 40% uptake rate, okay? So if you tell me your bundle example retails for $100 and it costs you $55, you could, in theory, offer a second one for $65 and make $10, right? And as profit, and they don't see that as a huge discount anywhere else on the site. It's just the post-purchase to people who already bought, right? $75, $85, whatever it is. We'll just test, right? And we're aiming for about a 40% uptake rate on that. Because again, free money for you, right? Increase the average order value. That's how it works. Cool? All make sense?
I love it.
Okay.
Yep.
Any questions, or should I just go right into the pricing and tiers and all that?
No, go right into the pricing. I think I have a full grasp on everything you do, who you are, and I like everything I do. I think you're very intelligent, and I think you do understand us. So, but yeah, so what's this going to cost if we decide to do?
Okay, it goes like this. We have tiers, okay? And I'll tell you the standard tiers, and honestly, I want to work with you. This is what I said. Hey, first engagement is proof of concept, so we'll make the finances work, okay, if you want to work with us, right? But standard tiers are like this, and this is what I want to get you to so you can pay that for us long term, and it'll all make sense, right? So if you're making over, first of all, every initial engagement is 4 months because we need that time to do all the testing to get you profitable, okay? For brands making over $100,000 a month on other platforms, let's say they want to go on TikTok, we charge $10,000 monthly plus 10% of all revenue that we bring you. Okay. For brands making between $50,000 and $100,000 a month, we do 7.5 monthly plus 15% of all revenue we bring you.
So you do 7,500 monthly plus
15% of revenue.
Okay.
And then for anyone smaller than that, that's about 30 to 50K. Okay. We do 5,000 monthly, and then we do the same 15% on all revenue we bring above the first 30,000. So the first 30,000, you put it back into ads so you can scale faster, et cetera, and then we take our cut. Again, to be honest with you, The monthly retainer is mostly, like at the 10,000, I get a little profit, but it's mostly flow-through costs for all the stuff we have to do for you to run everything, okay?
Okay.
And the percentage of of revenue is where we actually make, our profits, our money, our cut, our share. Cool?
Okay.
So yeah.
So the retainer you want today.
What I'll do, yes and no. If you want to sign on, I'll take a deposit, let's say $500. I'll say refundable, so you're not locked into anything. And then I'll draft the contract so that everything we talk about is in the contract. Then I'll send it over to you. You read it. Once it's good, you sign it. Nothing scary. Just shows all our deliverables. And then once that's done, you get an auto email to book your onboarding call with Phil. Book the call, get on the onboarding, off you go. We launch it within 2-3 weeks.
Okay. Edward,
Yep.
I definitely want to work with you. I'm just gonna tell you right now that you're kind of my last hope here. So I'm willing to do this, and I do believe that your prices. I think you're worthwhile. I do, 100%. I want to work with you. And I don't have an issue with your pricing at all. But if it doesn't work, in 4 months from now, I will be finding a new business essentially.
Understand.
So I'm definitely willing to I want to work with you. I do.
All right.
I do.
All right. So the only concern is if it doesn't work within 4 months, what happens, right?
I'm gonna be out of business. It's not a concern with you. This is where I'm at, Edward. If I'm being honest, I'm throwing a Hail Mary here.
Okay.
If I'm agreeing to even work with an agency at this point, you know what I mean?
With this,
and your pricing, it's high. I'm a low margin business. It's not high. I want to be clear here. For what you do, your pricing is very reasonable. I understand that. I want to be clear.
Okay. So you like what we do and you want to work with us, yeah?
And I don't even think your pricing bad. I don't. What's my biggest fear is just that we don't make any money and I'm not able to pay.
Okay.
That's my fear. I don't think your pricing is unreasonable at all for what you're offering. I don't.
No, because we do everything, right? Other agencies. Here's the model.
Exactly. You're. It's like
we take over your brand.
Exactly.
We take over your whole brand, right?
Right.
Here's.
I love it. I want to work with you. I do.
Okay. Then let's make it work. So what I'll say is other agencies, you're going to get a $2,000-$3,000 monthly retainer, no guarantee. I'll tell you about the guarantee. $2,000-$3,000 retainer, and they have the industry average 85% churn rate. So it means 85% of clients who sign on never come back because they just take the ad spend and take the retainer and boom, that's it. They don't care, right?
Okay.
We have around 90% retention rate. So customers who work with us keep working with us, right?
Okay.
And that's what I really want. That's what I aim towards providing. Okay.
Yeah.
So for you, just so I understand, the biggest issue isn't even cost right now. It's just what happens in 4 months if it doesn't make you enough of a return.
It's not that. It's that this has been a brand that I've built. It's been in decline for 3 years, and right now I'm like, from what I'm doing and where I'm at, I'm running out of money. I obviously made a lot of money, back in 2020. I know the idea is proven successful, whatever.
Yep.
Right. So my thing is if we don't hit any sort of level of success, it's like I will be out of money in 4 months. It's not that. It has nothing to do with you not.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything you said, your pricing's totally fine with me. If we get to the level we're paying, I know that the money will be there because I've been at that level before.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, man. 2 things. First one, I'll do like this, okay? And to kind of alleviate that concern and reduce the risk as much as possible for you, what I'll say is this. If at the end of the 4 months, when you combine ad spend plus our retainer, you're not in the green, and this isn't something stupid like $1 in the green, right? If you're not significant in the green, I will personally cover all my team costs to keep working with you until you are, okay? Nobody's ever taken us up on that, okay? And the only situation where I ever see that happening is that we're like meticulously testing, and it takes us, usually what happens, first month and a half, but sometimes it's as early as 2-3 weeks, right? Testing. Then month 2, month 3, scale. Month 4, you take home the profits, and that covers everything. Okay? Now, for you, remember, you have that huge email list. We're going to use it immediately. I will get you the retainer back before we even run ads. Okay? Because so this is something new. She signed on. I was talking to her all year long. She finally got convinced to sign on and work exclusively for us. Okay? She's been in marketing for 20 years, email 15 years. She's worked with 8-figure brands, like huge brands all over the world. she does the best flows in the world. She get like her flows get you like 60% of monthly revenue from the flows. So if
Okay.
we just have that audience of 100K and we put Melissa on, right, you'll get your retainer back.
Okay.
That's it, right? Done.
No, I'm sold, Edward. You may, I mean, just tell me what you need me to do in terms of, I'll sign the contract. I definitely want. I think you. I'm very good at reading people. I think you're very smart. I think you know exactly what you're doing. I think you got I believe in you. You know what I mean? I'm just letting you know where I'm at. I guess.
No, 100%. Okay, so I'll do initial deposit for $500. I'll say fully refundable,
Okay.
so that there's
Okay.
no problem.
That's fine. Yeah, 500 is fine. It's fine.
Contract will get sent over to you based on the terms we just agreed on, and I'll make sure after we take the payment that they're solid. Send over to you.
Okay.
I'll sign it as soon as you're good. You read, you sign it. Once that's
Okay.
done, we get you in, we get you going. You'll probably I'll coordinate a call with Melissa and you because she she works with us, but she has her own team for the emails. Okay.
Okay.
So she's under
Yep.
our umbrella, but but she's brilliant. You'll love her. She lives in Sweden. She's a great girl. Okay. She
Okay,
will have
cool.
so much fun because she'll be so happy. I'm giving her such a big email list. Right. Man, we've gotten
Right.
we've gotten 40-60% email revenue off like 15,000 subscriber lists.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So
Yeah, this is a big one. It is a big one.
Huge injection of cash in your business right away as soon as we do all the flows. Okay.
Okay.
So
I love it.
I mean that's
I'm sold. I'm sold. I do think you can help us. I do. I do.
no. We're gonna grow this back to $250,000 months and more.
Yeah.
And if you can,
Yeah.
if you say
I have no problem signing over fat checks to you if you do. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean, right? Exactly. And I like this more because we work together in close collaboration, right? We give you access. I mean, you have your Slack channel.
Yep.
We're always there talking to you.
I agree. I like that too.
If you ever want a meeting with us, you're within 24 hours. You're on. We don't have any scheduled meetings because I think those are stupid. If I work with agencies, it was once a week scheduled meeting. It'd be like, if stuff is working, what do we do? Nothing. Why are we here? No idea. If stuff isn't working, why are you talking to me instead of fixing it? You know what I mean? Right.
Wait, hey, off topic. Where do you live at? What state you in?
Oh, I'm in Slovakia right now, Europe.
Oh, okay. I got you. You're across the world.
Yeah. Company is USA New Mexico LLC. It's actually my high ticket fitness. My LLC is the fitness company, and the contract will be rebelfit.io doing business as Boom Boom Creatives. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
Cool.
just cutting you off. So that's just the structure.
Okay.
But no, I'm in Slovakia because my wife just gave birth to our first son. He's
Oh, congrats.
actually today he's 4 months old. No. It's 5 months old. Okay, 5 months old. Sorry, this month went by quick.
Maybe I'll send you a big box of baby books.
That'd be awesome. No, we'd love that. Her mom's down the street, so that's why we're here. And my family's in Canada, in Vancouver.
Oh, very cool.
So, okay, let me log in and get this drafted, and we'll get it done. We'll get you started. Now, you said your Facebook ads are below break even, yeah?
Yeah, and right now I deleted everything out.
You stopped.
Literally,
Okay, you stopped.
literally 3 or 4 days ago, I just was I stopped doing Facebook about a week ago when I retooled Google GA4, right?
Yep.
And I said, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna redo everything, start fresh. That's even why I decided to do this with you, because I'm like, you know what? I'm at this point. If I'm gonna keep going,
Because I was going to say the first thing we got to do is turn off everything unprofitable off, so it's not burning your money.
So the only thing I've got on Facebook right now is just that it's like
The
30
brand
bucks.
awareness, right?
Exactly.
For long term. That's fine.
Yep.
We can talk about that
Exactly.
strategy too, because that's good long term. Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Give me please your business name.
It is the legal name.
Yeah.
You can email. Should I give you 2? I've got 2.
Just one. I could only put one in here. Save. Add an item, create new item. Boom, boom. Creatives, initial deposit. I'll say fully refundable initial deposit for $500. Save and continue. Okay, let me just read this through to you to make sure it's all correct.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And okay, what is your card number, please?
I do not. I don't even know what that is.
Okay, WhatsApp? No WhatsApp?
I know what that is, but I don't have that.
Okay, we'll get you on Slack for all communications. I just personally love Telegram, so I could just quickly send you the screenshots.
Okay.
If you want, do you want? I think that'll be easiest. Okay, if you get Telegram on your phone number, okay?
Okay.
It's a free app. It's just a great
Okay.
messaging app. It has the most capabilities of anything out there. It's much better than SMS. SMS, I can't even send videos, for example.
Okay.
And videos, voice notes, pictures, screenshots. Like it's the most versatile, the best one. And I'll give you my phone number, personal number. Okay.
Okay.
As soon as you get it, just shoot me a message, say hey, and I'll send you the stuff. Okay. So
Okay.
my number is.
Okay. Gotcha.
Awesome, man. Excellent. Thank you so much. I'm super excited. Yeah, as soon as the contract's done, I'll send you the payment. Okay, it depends. Do you want to do? Most people like doing credit cards, and people like bank transfer. What would you prefer? Because I'll write whichever one's in the contract.
Bank transfer is usually better. In terms of you're talking about the contract, right?
For the payment.
Let's do bank's probably better.
Okay.
Is that okay, bank? Like just
Totally cool. I mean,
With
it's better for me because I get less fees and I can put more through to my team, right?
that's what I like to.
Yeah, that's why. The only concern people have sometimes, like, oh, you can't do chargeback. Like that's why I say either one's fine by me, right?
Okay, so we can do. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, awesome, man. Yeah, really excited. Let's get you going. I'll do the contract next 5-10 minutes because it's easy, and then we'll just get started as soon as it's good.
Okay. Real quick, terms of payment. Do it first month. How do you guys do that?
Usually we do every 30 days.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine. I just want to know expectations. So for the next 30 days, then we're gonna go full blast at this. You'll use that retainer I gave you. We're gonna try, and then at the end, your first payment will be due 30 days, 75.
Yeah, from today.
That's the contract will pay all this, right?
First retainer is now, 7,500. Covers the first 30 days, and then second one is after. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. So you need 7,500 right now.
You tell me if you can. We can move that around a little bit if you want.
Well, I mean, I thought that was what the 500 was for.
No, 500 is just like little, just show of good faith right now.
Okay. So you need 7,500 right now, is what you're telling me.
You tell me because you paid like your client. I take best care of my client. So tell me what you can do. We can split that up however is reasonable for you, and I'll do this for you. Okay. Second payment won't be 30 days from now. It'll be 30 days of ads running. Okay.
Okay.
So I think that's not better.
If I'm being honest, I can do 5 right now, and then 10 on the second, and then if we're up and running by that point, I can do. Does that work? Can we do something like that?
Can you do? You can do 5 today, and then can you do 2.5 at some point? Like in 30 days, can you do 2.5?
Yes. Well, that's what I mean. I can do 5 right now today, and then I can do the remaining. Let's say you get this up and running, I can do the remaining plus another 75 in 30 days. Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be 5 now, 10, and 30.
Okay, those are okay. So 5 now.
And then from there we'll do 75 every month, just like you.
Okay. Well, one second. Let's do like this. Can we do like this? 5 now, 2.5 in 30 days, and then 7.5 after 30 days of ads as a second payment.
Okay, I like that.
Does that work for you?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. 30 days, and then perfect. After 30 days ads, because you get, with this you get 120 full days of ads running, but like we'll make it like it'll be a year plus. We'll get you to very, very high levels. All right, man?
That's fine. Okay, I like it.
Okay,
Yep.
so I'll put that in.
That works for you.
That's why I was like, what are we forgetting? We're forgetting something. So those are the terms. All right.
Okay.
Perfect, man. So I'll draft that, put it in the contract, and we're good to go.
All right, appreciate that. Thank you, Edward.
So much. Cheers.